Where will Evander Kane end up signing as a free agent? But more importantly, will that have to wait? The NHL is investigating Kane yet again, which could have an impact on potential suspensions or future discipline that other teams might want to know about before they sign a contract. We'll discuss this situation coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have some more breaking news on Evander Kane yet again. He's currently, again, under investigation by the NHL. Elliotte Friedman tweeted out not too long ago indicating that a contract signing for Kane very well might have to wait and be put on hold here a little bit as the NHL is investigating the situation, which was a big part of the reason why San Jose put him on waivers and tried to terminate his contract. Obviously, we know that Kane was assigned to the American Hockey League playing for the San Jose Barracuda. We also know that he tested positive for COVID near the end of December, and before he was given medical clearance and through with the protocols, he flew to Canada and entered Canada into Vancouver, and then he didn't report back when he was supposed to. So he did a variety of things there that went against team and COVID rules and protocols. So right now, Elliotte Friedman's indicating that the fact that he flew while testing positive for COVID and not getting medical clearance first, apparently that is under investigation. Now, the part that I find confusing is why we were just finding out about this now. Clearly, the Sharks knew about it, which is what prompted the waivers and the termination of the contract. They already had, I believe, discussed the situation with the NHL and the higher executives like Bill Daly, Gary Bettman, before putting him through waivers to make sure they thought they had a sound case. And they did, so it's not like they just found out about this or something. So I found it a little bit odd on the timing. But certainly, if he's going to be possibly facing any additional discipline from the league themselves, then certainly a new signing team is going to want to know that. That might make a big impact. If they end up suspending him for any number of games, they need to know that and factor that in here. I mean, clearly we don't know what all is going to transpire. He's filed a grievance along with his agent in the support of the NHLPA to obviously go against this and see if we can get some of that money back. We don't know how the arbitrator is going to rule. There could be a variety of rulings here. They might suggest that the Sharks and Kane meet in the middle. They might uphold everything and say the Sharks had a good case and Kane gets nothing. Like, it's really hard to say where to go. But from the NHLPA standpoint, they clearly had to file the grievance and fight this for Kane, especially where it was COVID related, because they don't want to set any kind of precedence that if any other players are in any kind of hot water for violating a COVID protocol or a rule, that it's going to result in termination of a contract. That would be a precedent-setting situation if they did not at least fight it. So doesn't mean that that will happen with other teams, because clearly he's got multiple things going against him here over the past little while that's resulted in this. So I don't know necessarily that other teams would be like, okay, you violated protocol, we're going to terminate you. I don't see that being the case. But at the end of the day, that's why they had to fight it. So we'll see how long this could delay things. Will he face additional supplemental discipline? I don't know. I mean, I think losing his contract is pretty harsh punishment, and that's $23 million or just shy of that he's going to be out if he doesn't win his grievance. So that seems pretty substantial and pretty harsh there in itself. Now, who are the teams that are reportedly in on Kane? Now, last night we talked about the fact that it sounded like the Oilers were right at the front of the pack, and that Ken Holland was all over this from the moment he became a free agent. Obviously, we know the Oilers are struggling. They need help in a couple of different directions, and it sounds like he doesn't want to make a coaching change. It sounds like he still believes in a lot of what's going on there at Edmonton, and he has an opportunity to bring in a potential 25-30 goal guy without giving up assets to do it. And not only that, but sign him for cheap. So that's where he's coming from. Clearly, I think it's important that the GM and the coach, everybody get on board and talk to the players and have the players in the locker room be on board as well before they make the signing, they make the move, so that they're confident the players will accept him in there and see what they can do to make it all work. So the Oilers are right at the forefront, but it's not a foregone conclusion here that he's heading to Edmonton. It's also been reported that the two teams in Florida, the Panthers and the Lightning, are very much in the mix as well. Now, as of the recording of this, it sounds like it might already be down to 2. I know a Lightning beat reporter for The Athletic, Joe Smith, had already reported that he was hearing that it sounded like Tampa was they did have conversations, they did their due diligence, they were interested, but it sounds like they're backing away. So it sounds like it's down to Florida and Edmonton at this point. We don't know what the contract status is going to be. It's likely only going to be for the rest of this season. How much, I would say, I don't know, but I can't imagine it being much more than like $1 million. It's going to have to be pretty close to league minimum or like the veteran 1 year, $1 million type of deal sort of thing. Hard to say exactly where it goes, but those are the teams in on Kane at the moment. But will a deal get done today? It sounds like it's not likely. Yesterday now, I would have said it's probably pretty likely. Actually, last night, I believe it was sounding like it could have even been announced last night. But obviously, there's lots going on here still. Before this can be a done deal, he can have a new contract and be part of a new team. So let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think there's any way the NHL will try to enforce additional discipline on him after this investigation? Where do you think he's going to end up, and do you think it's going to work out? Do you think a team like the Oilers could benefit from his goal-scoring ways if he can keep his off-ice tactics and all the things that have gotten him in trouble before away from the team and keep himself in check here? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. We'll discuss further. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with all the latest news, rumors, and analysis on all 32 NHL teams. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.